guys! I am so happy you are here because today we are going to be doing an anti-haul and maybe a very small wish list, but I think this is going to be almost entirely an anti-haul. I'm going to be telling you everything that is a newer release, at least in the past like month or so, that I am not planning on buying, and I'm gonna give you an attitude along with why I will not be buying these things. I am mostly pulling actually just from Trend Mood's Instagram, Trend Mood 1. I'm sure a lot of you guys follow that account. Very good up-to-date information on what is new and coming out in the makeup sphere. And then I also did find something on Sephora that I wanted to mention as well. So let's go ahead and get started. A newer product from Makeup by Mario. This is the Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil. This is probably the one, no, maybe two or three things out of this entire video that I actually do want. I recently purchased Makeup by Mario's eye pencil in the shade Soft Brown, and it's a similar concept. So it's a sharpenable pencil, and then on the other side, it does have like a little brush. And I love the eye pencil so far. I actually do have it on my lower waterline, but it's also mixed with some shadow, so I don't know if you can really care or tell what I have on my eyes. But because I love the eye pencil, I'm assuming that the lip pencil will also be really good quality. And I actually love that this product also has a little brush on the other end of it, because I find when I'm using a lip liner, I love to then go in with a lip brush and kind of feather it out so it doesn't look like such an obvious harsh line. I love it to kind of like blend in with my lip color. And so with this product having the lip brush on the other end, obviously that would just be super convenient. And there looks to be a decent amount of shades, especially in the nude region, which is what I would love to have. It's pretty much what all of my lip liners are like nudes and pinks. So I actually do want to pick that one up. As well as, God, actually these next two things that I'm going to be talking about, and then we'll really dive into things I don't want, definitely don't. But this next product release, I am very excited about. And you know what? I have to admit, it's not even that I just want it. Girl, I already bought it. This is from Rose and Ben Beauty. If you follow Rose and Ben on Instagram, you know what this is all about. I have been following her for over a year now, and she does daily Instagram tutorials on Instagram stories. And she also does reels and stuff like that too. But I just cannot believe the dedication that it takes to do daily tutorials. I mean, it's a lot, and she does them every single goddamn day. I really like her. I like her makeup style. She is really good at makeup and really is good at tutorials. Not just like, hey guys, this is the look I'm doing with today, get ready with me. It's a full-blown tutorial teaching you how to do different techniques. So since I've been following her, she's been using brushes in her daily tutorials and referring to them as prototypes, which definitely made me realize, okay, she's gonna come out with brushes at some point. Like at one point I even messaged her and was like, I can't wait to buy these prototypes because I just know they're gonna be awesome. All of her followers have been seeing her use the prototypes for such a long time. So when she finally announced Rose and Ben Beauty, which is her own brand, and that she was coming out with these brushes, you best believe I set my alarm. So I was hoping to just buy them all as a set, but they actually were all sold individually. So I just picked, what did I pick? I think I picked like 4, maybe 5 brushes. I'm leaning towards 4 though, that I wanted to purchase, and I'm still waiting on them to arrive. They have had some shipping issues, which is not actually the company's fault. And they've been handling it really well, so I am patiently waiting, but I can't wait to get these brushes. Some of them just look so unique, and I just can't wait to play with them and to have them in my collection. And then the last thing that I actually am intrigued by, you guys might be surprised by this, but it's Lady Gaga's newest holiday collection. It's Casa Gaga Italian Glam, and all of this packaging especially is right up my alley. The white and the gold, so sophisticated. And seriously, this is the first collection from Lady Gaga that I'm like, do I want something from this? So it looks like they have La Luce Lip Glaze. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but luxurious, lightweight, high shine toppers that plump and moisturize. And it looks like it kind of has like a bigger doe foot, which I really love. I love the packaging. There's like a really bright pink one, a bronze one, and then like a corally pink one. They're all very sparkly. Those are $26. Then there's also a mini lipstick set that has 5 lipsticks in it: peach, berry, coral, red, brown, nude. Those look pretty, but I'm not as intrigued by those. This Tutti Gel Powder All Over Rouge. Ooh, is this? Wait, it says powder. Velvety blush that delivers a weightless pop of color to the cheeks and lips. Interesting. So I think that's this little compact that's almost like in a stack, or maybe it's just the stack for the picture. I need more information immediately. No, I think it's just the stack for the picture, but those look pretty. And then also there is a highlighter brush that looks fine, but I don't need that. The highlighter itself though, Tutti Gel Powder Highlighter, ooh, it's $42. That's actually really expensive. Gel powder highlighter that adds luminosity and shimmer to your complexion, transparent radiance to any skin tone. Okay, interesting, because it actually looks like it would probably be only good for mostly white people. But if it's a translucent formula where it's like mostly like no backdrop to it and it's just the shimmer, then that might actually be good for every skin tone. That I'm intrigued by, and it says Casa Gaga in it. It's really pretty. I am actually leaning towards that. And it's also, there's a liner, like a felt tip liner, and a little makeup bag. This is an intriguing collection. I am actually excited about that. I have not seen any reviews on that. I am intrigued, but I might want to go onto Lady Gaga's website and check it out for myself. Or wait, isn't it through Amazon? I need to check it out and see, but this, I'm happy that there's finally a collection that I'm intrigued by, that I want, that I am eyeing. Okay, next is from Artist Couture. This does look good, but I'm going to at least wait to buy it. So I guess this is like sort of on a wish list. This is the Stay Lit Liquid Eyeshadows by Artist Couture, and some of them just look metallic, and some of them look like there's actual like sparkle in them as well. And I'm at least eyeing this one in the bottom row in the very middle. I don't know which one that is called, but it looks real pretty. I think it might be called Champagne Showers. It just looks very like blingy. I think it's the lightest one. And I am intrigued by that for sure, but I'm going to wait and see kind of like what people are saying about it. I actually don't have any liquid shadows, maybe one in my collection, and guess what? I never use it. So that's definitely why I'm not going to be buying it, at least yet. Oh my God, this next launch from MAC, Sculpt and Glow Duo Highlight and Contour Palette. What do you guys think when you see this launch? Tell me in the comments before I say anything. First, number one, I don't know if they're coming out with more shades, but this says Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Double Gleam, which is a shade of highlighter that they've had before. And then Sheer Tone Blush in Omega. And then Trend Mood says, will keep you updated on other shades. This shade though, I'm speechless. Like, I don't know who that is going to work for, because at least in the photo, it looks so gray. It literally looks like a taupe gray eyeshadow. That does not look like it's going to be a good contour color for anyone. Like, I get the concept of contour being a shadow. Okay, I'm not an idiot. But, I mean, this is like Corpse Bride sculpting color. I don't understand this at all. The packaging is all gold. For some reason, that looks kind of tacky to me. Maybe just up against the really gray. Looks weird. I like that it's a duo. Like, I mean, Charlotte Tilbury has that type of product. A lot of people like little duos. I just can't get over that shade. That looks horrendous. Next is the slightly long-awaited launch from Ariana Grande. This is her new collection or new beauty brand, REM Beauty. I am painfully disappointed. And I mean, not really disappointed because it's not like I'm a huge fan of Ariana or anything. I mean, I like some of her hit music and it's fun to sing along to. But otherwise, I'm like, yeah, she's fine. I don't really care about her. That sounded mean, but hopefully you know what I'm talking about. This collection, though, looks so cheap. I've heard other people say it looks like Claire's makeup, and I 1000% agree. I am absolutely not interested in anything. Anything, not one single thing. It all looks like it would be the lightest weight plastic shit packaging I've ever seen. I am not even sorry about it. It just looks stupid. 3 Midnight Shadows eyeshadow palettes, $24. Okay, not that expensive. Oh my God, the lashes, at least to me, look plastic as hell. Like they literally look like Halloween lashes that you would hate to wear. The mascara looks like a stupid shape. This like purple gloss or something looks literally like a makeup product I would buy for like a 6-year-old that doesn't know anything about makeup. I'm sorry I'm literally roasting this, but these are my actual thoughts. And then the lipstick is the only thing that's in like kind of cool packaging because it has like a see-through top and it looks a little spaceshipy in some way, I guess just because it's silver. That's the only thing that's like, oh, that's kind of neat. Also, I kind of low-key hate how the M in REM is like wavy. Like, why? Okay, next, oh shoot, another wish list item. I really thought this was gonna be mostly an anti-haul, but this is how this happens. This Melt collection, oh my God. This is the Amor y Mariposas Pressed Pigment eyeshadow palette, first of all, 20 shades. It's $70. Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. But it looks stunning. The only Melt palette I have is the Gemini palette, which to be fair, I think was like $58 or something, but I got it as a gift. So maybe $70 is fair, but I really like Melt's formula and I really want this actually. Like the more I look at it, the more I'm like, are you kidding me? This is the type of collection that when I've seen people get it in PR, I'm like, everything sucks because I'm not getting this in PR. I am so jealous of people getting this in PR. I can't even imagine opening this package. I would scream. I would literally scream bloody murder. Then there's also a blush palette that looks really pretty. Well, I should say pretty. There are a couple shades in there that I'm like, it looks too light for me, and then I feel like I wouldn't get that much use out of. Also, is that a highlighter? I don't know. So, okay, it looks pretty, but maybe not really pretty. I'm definitely way more intrigued by the eyeshadow palette. There are some glitter lipsticks, which I'm intrigued by glitter lipstick. That sounds really pretty, although they look like shades that I probably wouldn't really wear. There's a really cute hand mirror. Perfectionist lip pencils. Now, I did buy one of the lip pencils from Melt's collection, and I do like that formula, although the shades that are in this exact collection are a little intense, and I probably wouldn't wear them that often. The brush set for face and eyes is just really, really pretty with these red bristles. I really like the look of that, although I probably wouldn't pick it up. I guess out of this entire thing is this palette. This palette, I want it. I really want it. I don't think I can get it right now. Guys, the top of my list, okay, let me back up. I woke up at 3 in the morning the other night and my mind was just like going and going because, you know, anxiety disorder. And I literally got out of bed and started journaling because I could not sleep. And the top thing that was on my mind that was stressing me out is consumerism and how I've spent so much money the past month or so, and a lot of it is Christmas gifts. I won't go into like this whole thing, but basically it's been stressing me out how much I've been spending, and therefore I do not want to just without thinking buy stuff. And that's kind of what I've been doing, especially with the Sephora sale. I bought way more than I needed or that I thought I was gonna buy, but I did it anyways. And trust me, it was fun. I love getting the packages. I'm still waiting on one thing to come and I can't freaking wait. And it's been awesome. but it's short-lived fulfillment for the most part, like, you know? So I don't want to be a person that just buys and buys and buys and just like throws money out the window because I'm not a freaking millionaire. So I really need to hold off, but God damn it, I really want it. Okay, the next thing is from Maybelline. This is a Super Stay Active Wear up to 30-hour wear concealer. I did mention in a recent video that I tried, I actually still freaking have it. This is what I'm talking about. I was supposed to return this and I never did. Thankfully it was like $9, but still $9. That's like 2 coffees. So the Maybelline Super Stay Active Wear Foundation, this 30-hour wear, and like I said, I was supposed to return this. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was the worst foundation I've ever tried, but I definitely didn't like it to even wear twice. I wore it once and that was the end for me. Now, of course, the concealer could be a totally different story. It could be awesome. It could be great. I don't know, but because I didn't like the foundation, I am not going to be picking this up unless and until I saw people raving about this. Then I would be like, okay, maybe I'll try it for myself. Especially like drugstore makeup, it is a lot easier to not feel guilty about because it is less expensive. But right now I'm turned off by even the packaging because it reminds me of the foundation that I didn't like. The next thing I want to talk about is a new collection. It's a collaboration from Alamar Cosmetics and Disney. And the main reason why this caught my eye is because Alamar Cosmetics, as far as I know, is still like an indie brand. It is not a big brand by any means. And for them to collaborate with Disney just feels like a really big deal. I'm not like necessarily a fan of Alamar. I have not tried hardly any of their products. I think I got a blush trio in a BoxyCharm at one point and I ended up giving it away because it was not pigmented enough for my skin tone. But I hear good things about the brand. I just haven't actually tried many of their products. So that being said, I still can look at this as a consumer and go, wow, that must be really cool for the business owner, whoever owns Alamar, to be like, holy shit, we're collaborating with Disney. And it's a new movie that's coming out called Encanto, which does look like a really cute movie. I freaking love, what is it called? Oh, Coco. Coco is one of the best Disney movies I've ever seen. I absolutely love it. And I don't know, Encanto kind of looks similar in the style. I don't know. Anyways, I am not really wanting any of these products. I mean, there's a couple blushes and it looks like a highlight that would be good for medium to deep skin tones. The blushes do look pretty because they look pigmented and you guys know I'm into that. There's a couple really pigmented lip glosses, a couple lip liners, and then of course this Encanto palette. This does look pretty, but I'm not really a fan of the color story. I am just like, oh, it's pretty, but something about it doesn't make me want it. Like the swatches look nice, I don't want this palette. And then it does have like a cute little hand mirror, but it looks a little childish to me. Anyways, I'm not getting anything from this collection, but I do think it's exciting for Alamar to be collaborating. Okay, the next item is new fragrances from KKW. These are the Opals collection fragrances. Comes with 3: Opal Mood, Opal Drip, and Opal Energy. I have never bought a KKW fragrance. I would if I thought that I wanted one, I guess, because they're not that expensive. Looks like you get all 3 of these together. It is a bundle, and for the bundle is $120, which is pretty good pricing for a fragrance. However, my commentary about this release is, could they have gotten any lazier with this packaging? I mean, seriously, I appreciate that the collection is called the Opals. So of course you're gonna wanna have that color story of like iridescent, opally, opalescent, if you will, packaging, but just like eggs, just like laying down eggs though. And especially with the lid off, it seriously looks like something you would get from, no offense, Walmart. Like this does not look sophisticated to me. This looks, again, childish. This looks like cheap plastic, no thought, just hurry up and release. Am I the only one who thinks this? I'm so annoyed by this packaging. Okay, second to last thing here, I noticed this new release from By Terry, and there is a palette and a blush palette at least in this collection. Typically, I'm not really interested in By Terry products because from my point of view, and I know this is my perception, this is probably not the truth or not necessarily the truth, but By Terry as a brand just seems like products for older women, more mature women who have a lot of money and who don't really know what they're spending their money on, but somebody at a By Terry counter looked sophisticated and so they suggested the product, and then because they have money, they bought it. That is literally my perception of the brand, so I've absolutely never been intrigued by them. Again, not to say that that's the truth and not to say that their products are bad. But this eyeshadow palette, although it is like, oh, some warm browns and some shimmers, like it looks pretty, I guess. I'm just bored by it. Like something about it is so boring. Maybe it's just because they're all brown, but honestly, I've not been annoyed by many all brown palettes. Like a lot of them, especially with only 9 shades, I could get behind. But this one, I'm just like, nice try, but no. The other thing is this blush palette. It does look pretty, especially the hot pink and the hot orangey coral. Those look really pretty, but I'm very turned off that they're using a similar embossing as freaking Milani blushes or even blushes from Physicians Formula. Like if I didn't see the By Terry palette next to it that says Terry on it, I would be like, oh, cool, a palette from Physicians Formula. That looks pretty. And not to say that a palette looking like Physicians Formula or Milani makes it bad, but you're buying something from By Terry, which is, I don't even know how much this is, but it's definitely more expensive than a drugstore product. So I'm just a little like, come up with something different. Like that already exists, don't do it. That's not really fair for me to say, but it's how I feel. Okay, and last for this video is actually a really cute palette from Too Faced. Haven't really said those words before, I'm not sure. I don't think, and this is very weird for a beauty YouTuber to say, I don't think I've ever bought a Too Faced palette. Trust me, I know that a lot of people love them, especially their tin palettes. A lot of people have raved about them. I just think that when it comes to buying eyeshadow palettes, I have to be like turned on by them in full for me to want to actually purchase the palette. And I guess it's just because they're more expensive items versus like a blush for 25 bucks. I can more easily be like, okay, it's one shade. Will I use the shade? Do I want to try that formula? Yes. Okay, cool. Whereas an eyeshadow palette, obviously there's a variety of shades. And I don't know, I'm just trying to think outside myself and be like, why do I do the things that I do? I don't buy that many eyeshadow palettes. If I do buy a palette, it's kind of a big deal. So that's why I think I haven't bought any Too Faced ones. Also, a lot of their collections do look kind of childish in some ways. I keep saying that as if I'm like the most sophisticated grown up in the whole world. I'm so mature. But I don't know, I guess just like some makeup can look too kiddish, and I don't need something to look so sophisticated, but I also don't want it to feel like something I should buy a child. Anyways, this palette though is like a butterfly themed palette, which PS, I do think is odd to come out in fall winter. Like why they're not saving this for a springtime launch of 2022 or summer, I don't know. It definitely looks like a springtime palette for me. I mean, there's freaking pastels in here. So I do think the timing of this is very weird. Yeah, it says will be available around December on their website. So I don't know what that's about, but the color scheme in here does look pretty. And I actually do think the light blue packaging with the colorful butterflies is pretty. I do I do actually think that is pretty. And then also, like I said, the colors in here, there's a big warm brown, there's a big cream shade that you could kind of do all over your lid to set your primer. There's some pinks, peaches, a really dark brown would be great to like anchor everything, and then some shimmers. I honestly would love to see swatches of this and would love to look at it in person. And I would be slightly tempted to buy this just because out of all the Too Faced palettes there's ever been, I'm like, oh, I kind of like the idea of this. Although I haven't found many pastel shades that are pigmented enough to make me want to use them. So I am kind of like side-eyeing the pastels. Overall though, I do think this is a cute launch. There's also a blush that is really pretty pink with some gold butterflies in it. Of course, they brought their Better Than Sex mascaras, waterproof and not waterproof, in new butterfly packaging. So if that's your favorite mascara, might be fun to have that new packaging. And then there's also 6 Heartcore lipsticks, which I think are just like moisturizing lipsticks in cute packaging. So I do think this is a good launch, and I bet a lot of people are going to be really into this, and I can see it doing very well. I just don't think that I'm going to actually buy it. So there's that. And that is everything. That's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you did like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel because I would love for you to come back and see future videos from me. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Okay, bye.